I have no doubt that Margarito is gonna get a late round stoppage.
Sabemos que es bastante rápido y saca golpes de cualquier ángulo. Pero estamos listos, estamos preparados para la pelea que nos deje para tres de pelea. No creo que tenga el poder. No sé qué es tanto pegue Manny Pacquiao, pero a mí realmente se me hace imposible que tenga el poder de un peso super bueno. Se encarga de entrenar bien cuando a la cámara. Yo te aseguro que Manny Pacquiao va a decir en qué problema.
Who's that? No, this guy.
Es puto Pacquiao.
Así es.
Una guerra. No mucho free roll, pero ni modo, vamos a tener el carnal.
We're gonna have to beat him. Freddie Roach is scared right now. Freddie Roach is scared that we're gonna beat Manny Pacquiao.
Así va a quedar, mira. Así va a quedar yo.
Mapatunayan kaya ni Margarito ang kanyang mga sinasabi o kakainin niya ang kanyang mga salita. Ito ang labanan kung saan susubukang abutin ng ating pambansang kamao ang kanyang ikawalong dibisyon laban sa kilabot ng Super Welterweight Division na si Antonio Margarito. Para sa WBC Super Welterweight title. Hindi pa nagsisimula ang laban nila ni Pacquiao ay marami nang sinabi ang kampo ni Margarito laban sa kampo ng ating pambansang kamao. Tulad na lang ng panglalait at pangmamaliit nito sa kakayahan ni Pacquiao. Kampante din itong sinabi na pagsisisihan ni Pacquiao ang desisyon nito na labanan siya. Tara at umpisahan na natin ang pagbabalik tanaw sa labanang Antonio Margarito versus Manny Pacquiao.
Norte Mexico, the three-time champion of the world, El Tornado de Tijuana, Antonio Margarito. Seven-time champion of the world, Manny
In Cowboy Stadium. Prior to the fight, Antonio Margarito's hand-wrapping exercise was because of his recent history. Athletic Commission. The Athletic Commission had to bring the two trainers together. Pacquiao, for his part, gave no indication that he ever considered not entering the ring to fight.
A decent jab.
Something surely he has worked on in training.
Unang round pa lang ay nagkagulat-gulat na si Margarito sa pinapakitang bilis ni Manny Pacquiao. Sinusubukan nitong dumepensa pero nakakalusot pa rin ang mga atake ni Pacquiao. Bumabato naman ito ng mga suntok pero ginagantihan ito ni Pacquiao ng malalakas na kombinasyon.
Margarito has thrown almost exclusively jabs in the first round. That goes against the scouting report. Pacquiao with a good right-left combination upstairs did it on Margarito's face.
Margarito has shown a good jab, especially early in the round, but Pacquiao's dominated this round with a right hook with a straight left hand to the...
He's won maybe the round, but I don't think he's dominated jabs of Margarito's too.
The speed advantage is unquestioned.
Pretty clean punches, but the left jab...
Dito na tayo sa round 2 kung saan ganun pa rin ang nangyayari. Bigo pa rin si Margarito na mapuruhan si Pacquiao. Habang matagumpay naman na lumulusot ang mga suntok ni Pacquiao sa depensa ni Margarito.
Margarito has landed not only some shots, he landed some big ones.
Habang matagumpay naman na lumulusot ang mga suntok ni Pacquiao sa depensa ni Margarito.
Margarito has landed not only some shots, he landed some big ones.
Habang matagumpay naman na lumulusot ang mga suntok ni Pacquiao sa depensa ni Margarito.
But speed belongs to Pacquiao. And so he rallies back there. Still, the loss of power from punch.
You'll see the same facial expression that Margarito had when he fought Cotto.
I mean, you're not supposed to be on the ropes against Margarito, and there he is on the ropes, Emmanuel.
Keep saying size, but
That was the first time that Pacquiao found his body against the ropes. And if there was one thing Freddie Roach harped on throughout training, it was
when he would go toe-to-toe more with some of the great Mexican fighters that he beat south of lightweight.
At dito ay makikita natin na nakapagpatama ng malalakas na suntok si Margarito kay Manny Pacquiao dahil sa kadahilanang hinayaan lang ito ng ating pambansang kamao. Pero nakaganti naman ang ating pambansang kamao ng malalakas na suntok. Dito sa round nito ay makikita natin ang paghagupit ng mga opensa ni Manny Pacquiao.
First 3 rounds, Margarito's jab is bothering Pacquiao. Good, despite the vaunted Pacquiao power, none of these punches. Good right hook inside by Pacquiao.
Sinubukan pang i-corner ni Margarito ang ating pambansang kamao, pero nasingitan siya ng mga malalakas na suntok. Sinundan pa ng matinding kombinasyon na nagpaatras kay Margarito. Sinusubukan pa ni Margarito na gumanti, pero hindi talaga siya makasabay sa bilis ni Manny Pacquiao.
CompuBox numbers. That was a very good round for Manny. Harold, how do you have show? He don't hit him because the guy ain't there. You know, that's good.
Round 4 na tayo kung saan tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang paghagupit ng mga atake ni Pacquiao. Dito sa round dito ay makikita natin ang matinding palitan ng dalawang boksingero.
I think you're looking at 12 as he has a big red welt under his right eye. So Pacquiao can do that.
Mistulang naging punching bag na ang muka ni Margarito dahil halos lahat ng suntok ay tumatama sa kanya. Unti-unti nang nagmamarka ang pinsalang dulot ng mga kamao ni Manny Pacquiao sa muka ni Antonio Margarito. Dito ay makikita natin na nasaktan si Margarito sa mga atake ng ating pambansang kamao. Ngayon ay alam na ni Margarito kung gaano katindi si Manny Pacquiao. Dito na tayo sa round 5 kung saan makikita na natin na desperado na si Margarito na makabawi kay Manny Pacquiao. Agad nitong inararo si Pacquiao sa mga lubid at nagpakawala ito ng mga kombinasyon. Agad din namang gumanti si Pacquiao ng matitinding kombinasyon. Ito ang nakakabilib kay Manny Pacquiao dahil sa karamihan ng kanyang kalaban ay mas malalaki sa kanya ay hindi ito natatakot na may kapagsabayan.
Absolutely, he jolted back or jolted Margarito with a left hand there. Jolts him with a
fighting spirit is something to behold. He loves fighting.
And you know, he always wants to get the better of an exchange. That's why it's hard to win rounds against him, because if you get him up and look at the different angles that
likely here for Margarito, he said, look, I hope he goes up to 180. Every pound he adds is better. Packed a lot of snap on his punches, did he?
That's right.
The southpaw, it wasn't a left hook to the body, it's a left cross, but the bottom
Margarito's
place. Straight left hand shots for Pacquiao, staggering Margarito momentarily there. Big right hook.
Bago pa ang laban ay sinabi na ni Margarito na hindi siya masasaktan ni Pacquiao. Pero taliwas ang kanyang mga pinagsasabi sa pinapakita ngayon ng kanyang mukha.
Pacquiao Pacquiao's lightning left hand. Maybe the fastest limited when you start fighting in a brand new style.
Round 6 na at makikita natin na parang nagre-relax na si Manny Pacquiao at hindi na ito gaanong bumabato ng matitinding kombinasyon. Pero patuloy pa rin ang paggawa nito ng mga nakalilitong anggulo para di siya mapuruhan ni Margarito.
No way Margarito finds him when he does that. Just too much side to side.
The round to try to move into Margarito's eye where Margarito couldn't see him. That didn't work.
Talagang mas lalong malalamog ang muka ni Margarito dahil sa isang suntok nito ay halos 5 suntok naman ang binibitawan ng ating pambansang kamao.
Afterward, I asked him what was most impressive. He said easy, the footwork. I've never seen any athlete in any sport.
Very few people realize that his footwork
Place is so fast.
and have punching power. A lot of guys move, but it's strictly footwork. He can move and punch from any of those angles or balance positions that he's in.
Margarito having a better round in exchange.
Well, Manny's taking something of a breather this round, it appears to me.
But he's winning.
Ating masasaksihan dito ang napaka-impresibong pagdepensa ni Pacquiao laban sa papasugod na si Margarito. Kahit na ito ay nakadikit na sa lubid ay nakukuha pa rin nito na makaganti at makailag sa mga suntok ng kanyang kalaban.
Margarito catches Pacquiao twice against the ropes, and Manny's back in the fight as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare, locked in a trap against a much bigger man. Fights his way out of it, bloodies Margarito.
The only really good flurry for
Sa round 7 ay chinek muna ng doktor ang mata ni Margarito bago pa magumpisa ang laban.
Now round 7 begins, the more than halfway.
Manny's circling back and forth, you know, the tremendous shots of his own. And Jim, the one thing we can't measure is the amount that on that swollen eye. I mean, he really must be hurting. 6-0, Pacquiao.
Tuloy pa rin ang pagpapahirap ni Pacquiao kay Margarito dahil halos lahat ng suntok nito ay lumulusot pa rin sa depensa ni Margarito, lalo na sa pagbumuka nito.
I think it's Freddie Roach's nightmare. I think it might be Bob Arum's nightmare. But the bottom line is, you're right, Manny loves to fight.
Loves to fight.
Well, this is a dazzling display. Ring generalship here. Unbelievable.
So, in a historical sense,
We call a natural. Been getting with a good trainer that really improved him like Freddie did. It brought the best out of him, but he is a natural fighter.
well, I'll say this. I've covered boxing for 24 years, and I covered Ray Leonard from ringside, and this is the best offensive fighter I've ever seen.
He does it all and fights everybody. That's what I like about him.
See what's kept Margarito up in this fight is his enormous size
The size.
advantage.
The only thing is you can see it possibly going to 12-round decision.
Dito ay makikita natin ang paglusot ng mga suntok ni Pacquiao sa depensa ni Margarito diretso sa muka nito.
It's a Margarito size.
Yep.
That's the only factor, but it's strictly a Pacquiao show.
No, if I had a prediction, it was going to be that Pacquiao would win all 12 rounds, win a unanimous decision. And
Tuloy pa rin ang paghagupit ng suntok ni Pacquiao na tuluyang gumigiba sa muka ni Margarito.
Stop Margarito right around the 6th.
Pero dahil sa pagkadesperado nito na makaganti, ay nagpakawala ito ng malalakas na suntok, dahilan kung bakit napasandal si Pacquiao sa lubid. Pero hindi nagpapatalo ang ating pambansang kamao at bumabato din ito ng suntok.
But Pacquiao just stunned him with a right hook and backed him off again.
All that time, and he penetrated to defenses. Amazing.
Dito naman sa round 8 ay porsigido na si Margarito na makabawi kay Pacquiao. Kaya sinubukan na naman niya ito araruin sa mga lubid. Pero agad din namang binaliktad ni Pacquiao ang sitwasyon.
Pacquiao fighting back with his back on the ropes,
And here comes
and he
Manny.
turns it around.
Dahil sa hindi gaanong madepensahan ni Margarito ang kanang bahagi ng kanyang muka, ay palagi itong natatamaan ng kaliwa ni Pacquiao. Dahilan kung bakit ito ay namamagana.
Margarito nods at him.
Know who else
Makikita natin matatamaan si Pacquiao ng matinding low blow.
Margarito, and what he trains
blow there.
going very strong, going down and stretching this fight. 'Cause that's his biggest factor.
At matatamaan na naman si Manny Pacquiao ng mabibigat na suntok galing kay Margarito habang ito'y nasa lubid. Pero nakabibilib talaga ang tibay ni Pacquiao dahil hindi siya tumikyop sa mga suntok ni Margarito na mas mabigat sa kanya ng 17 pounds.
Remember, Pacquiao is taking full 17 pounds in the ring tonight.
And speaking of redemption for Margarito, so far this has been a
Pero hindi pa rin ito sapat para pabagalin si Manny Pacquiao. Bumabato pa rin ito ng maraming suntok na nagbibigay pahirap kay Antonio Margarito. Ito na siguro ang pinakamaksyong round ng laban ng Manny Pacquiao at Antonio Margarito.
What an exchange.
What a fight. I mean, this is a fun fight to watch for a fight that's being won. Margarito had a tremendous round landing.
Dito tayo sa round 9 kung saan makikita natin na hindi na gaanong nakikipagsabayan si Manny Pacquiao kay Antonio Margarito. Pero hindi niya hinahayaan na makalapit si Antonio Margarito. At dito natin makikita ang kagalingan ni Pacquiao pagdating sa pagdedepensa. Makikita natin na hinahabol ni Margarito si Manny Pacquiao. Kaya naman ito ay nahulog sa patibong ni Pacquiao at natamaan ng malalakas na suntok.
Showing intelligence and perhaps some fatigue, Pacquiao for the first.
Pero kahit sira na ang kanang bahagi ng muka ni Margarito, ay lumalaban pa rin ito.
Unless somebody wants to stop the fight because of that right eye, which is grotesque.
As I said, that Pacquiao landed some great hooks. Knockout style hooks. Margarito, you saw in that replay, when he gets hit, it flaps.
Sa round 10 ay chinek ng referee kung okay ba ang paningin ni Margarito.
What was his most impressive feat? What was his biggest night? It pounds bigger than himself. Touching him up, beating him up, ruining his face the way he is. This will be in the discussion.
Pinagpatuloy na naman ni Manny Pacquiao ang pagpapahirap niya kay Antonio Margarito.
Wanted to get the Texas State Athletic Commission to make Margarito shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter.
He's putting it on Margarito right now.
Manny. Boom! Another perfect right hook. What a show. What a...
Dahil sa bugbog na si Margarito, ay napapalingon na lang si Manny Pacquiao sa referee na para bang gusto na nitong ipahinto ang laban. Pero walang magagawa ang ating pambansang kamao at ipinagpatuloy na lang ang laban, kaya't natamaan na naman si Margarito ng malakas na counter right hook. Kasabay ang malalakas na kombinasyon na nagpatiklop kay Margarito. Nalalapit na ang pagtatapos ng laban ng Antonio Margarito at Manny Pacquiao. At makikita din natin dito na parang naaawa na si Manny Pacquiao sa kanyang kalaban. Di na gaanong linalakasan ni Pacquiao ang kanyang mga suntok at minsan pa nga ay napapalingon pa ito sa referee.
Pacquiao looking towards the ref, asking him to stop the fight at this point, it looks to me. Landed a shot, looked
to take. That's what he's saying to Cole.
But the referee's doing a good job, I think. It's right that you can't stop it yet. Because as long as the guy's punching back. A few more seconds before the stop.
Emmanuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face, and it may never look the same again.
I know, but it's just, this is boxing. I hate to say it.
This is a vicious
This is
beatdown.
boxing, yeah.
His punches have zero snap. He is waved.
If the referee stopped, there wouldn't be any complaint, but I just don't think he was on his side with his take goes. He's not moving his head at all.
This reminds me of Roy Jones against Bryant Brannon. Jones actually asked the referee, when in the heck are you going to stop this thing? Corner asked if they wanted the fight, or if he wanted the fight stopped. He said no, wanted the fight to the finish. Same thing here, but it's not doing Margarito any good to take the number of shots he's taking now. Flush on an already badly brutalized. In the 10th, Pacquiao landed 51 of 75.
Dito na tayo sa round 12 kung saan bugbog pa rin ang inaabot ni Margarito.
Zaga seemingly was doing that with Roy Jones in the later rounds too.
Absolutely. Pacquiao's pulling his punches now.
Bumabato pa rin si Pacquiao ng mga kombinasyon pero hindi na gaanong malakas tulad ng mga naunang round.
You wonder if until he felt the time was right, he noticed Hagler's sloppy. Then he took the fight.
You want because he's fighting such different guys every time out, and they're all so big. Suddenly there's some Manny energy. Looks as though he wants to make sure that he knocks out the fighter. This is Manny Pacquiao, the con. He's letting Margarito finish. And we're done.
At natapos na nga ang magsong labanan ni Manny Pacquiao at ni Antonio Margarito. Makikita natin ang mukha ni Margarito na parang kinagat ng 5 bubuyog, kasabay pa ng malayong kalamangan ng puntos ni Pacquiao.
.120 to 108. That's a shutout. If I were scoring, that would have been mine too.
Sa panalong ito ay naabot ni Pacquiao ang hindi pa nakakamit ng ibang boksingero. Ito ay ang pagiging kampyon sa 8 magkaibang dibisyon.
Of a significantly bigger man, a vicious beatdown of a guy who outweighed him 17